Credit card churning has always interested me. The idea of getting hundreds of dollars in cash back or thousands of points just for doing everyday spending is very enticing. There are several credit cards in the market now with fat welcome bonuses and even fatter minimum spend requirements. And sometimes I just find it so hard to meet these requirements and to maximize that welcome bonus. So in today's video, I want to talk about the strategy that I use to better meet those minimum spend requirements in a more responsible way. So currently, there are already tactics that you can use to help you meet your minimum spend if you are finding a hard time doing it. Stuff like buying a gift card for gas or groceries, prepaying your property tax or car and home insurance. Some of these tactics don't work for me because I have to go out of my way to make this happen. And they do require extra mental bandwidth. For instance, like the next time I go to a grocery store, I need to remember not to use my credit card, but to use the gift cards that I bought 2 months ago. There's also a slippery slope that you need to be aware of when trying to meet these minimum spend requirements. And the slippery slope here is the risk of overspending. I want to believe that I do not overspend, but this one time I got a new phone and I would be lying to myself if meeting the minimum requirement wasn't one of the reasons for getting one. It wasn't the number one reason, but it did play a role in it. To be clear, I am a responsible credit card person. I always pay my balance in full and on time. But that experience kind of made me realize that I might be more vulnerable to overspending than I thought. So it made me want to look into other strategies where I can meet the minimum spend requirements for credit cards, but at the same time, not be tempted to overspend. So I think I have found such a thing. It is an unusual strategy, but it scratches my itch of credit card churning. The idea here is to use a service called Saskatchewan Pension Plan. And this service allows you to contribute to your RRSP using your credit card. I found this idea from this Reddit thread, and from the first time of reading it, I was immediately hooked. And so naturally, I wanted to give this a try. I started small and I applied for the Tangerine World MasterCard. Upon doing so, I got a respectful welcome bonus of $270 for $1,500 of spend. The breakdown was $150 with Great Canadian rebates and $120 from Tangerine for spending $1,500. Then I opened an account in SPP and contributed the full $1,500 using the Tangerine credit card. And to my surprise, holy shit, it worked. I could see my contributions on the SPP website and I got the $270 in cash back. This strategy, in my eyes, is the best of both worlds. It's like the credit card and investing worlds came together, made love, and created SPP. Speaking of making love, there are a few things that I love about this strategy. The overall process of creating the account at SPP was simple and straightforward. SPP also doesn't charge any fees for contributing using a credit card. And the game changer for me is that this strategy is a mind shift change. Since in reality, you aren't spending any money, but in fact, you are investing it using a credit card. If you think about it from that perspective, by using my credit card, I got an instant 18% return on my investments. In my eyes, this is truly like hitting two birds with one stone. I am meeting the minimum spending needs and getting a good return on my investment. And so this strategy definitely scratches my itch for credit card churning. All right, let's go through some of the drawbacks. Firstly, it took 7 days to create an account with SPP. You need to download a form, fill it out, email it to them, and then wait 7 days to get an account number via snail mail. If you compare this to like a modern platform like Wealthsimple, which takes about 5 minutes to create an account, things are definitely very slow at SPP. However, customer service is, in my eyes, exceptional. Every time I sent an email, I got a response within 24 hours. So I have to give credit for that. Next, essentially, SPP is a managed RRSP account. So that means that you need to be aware of what are you investing in and what the fees would be. From my understanding, looking at their portfolio, it's very close to an off-the-shelf Webull kind of ETF. The portfolio has a lot of fixed income assets, but with a higher management fee. SPP's management fee is around 90 basis points. And so I have a chart here, and you can see that for the past 5 years, the fund has underperformed Webull. More importantly, Webull is not my go-to fund. Right, so I generally invest 100% of my portfolio in VEQT. And so if I put that on the chart, you can see that SPP severely underperforms VEQT. From this chart, I realized that I shouldn't be investing in SPP unless I get a fat welcome bonus for using a credit card. So this chart isn't an apples to apples comparison. Doesn't include the 18% bonus that I get from the credit card company for meeting that minimum spend. I should be including that in the chart, and I will be at my year-end review of this strategy. So if you are interested in that, please subscribe to the channel for that update. Another drawback is that the funds that you include in SPP is locked in and cannot be withdrawn until the age of 55. So this could be a deal breaker for you, but for me, in general, the way I think about RRSPs is that once I put the money in, I'm not looking to touch or withdraw it for the next 30 years. So this limitation doesn't bother me much. So this was my experience so far. And I overall have been amazed of how easy this process has been. I will definitely be using the strategy next time I have a hard time meeting my minimum spends. Like I said, I'm going to keep track on how this fund performs, and I will give you an update on it close to the end of the year. So if this interests you, subscribe to the channel and keep a lookout for that video. I hope you guys learned something, and I will see you guys next time.